And we are back again. What a weekend. What an absolute weekend. We're going to dissect it throughout the pod, talk about everything WrestleMania. But first of all, how are you doing, mate?
Fucked. I'm literally fucked. So I've not worked out how much wrestling I've watched because I normally do after I finish Raw and then work it out. But watch SmackDown Hall of Fame, NXT, and this ain't including the Pat McAfee shows or anything on YouTube. NXT, pre-show to NXT, pre-show to both WrestleManias, Raw. Yeah, I've watched a lot and stayed up a hell of a late every single night. I'm a broken man. I want my bed. I'm hungry as well, but I'm all good. How are you?
Good, mate. I'm good. I've had 3 late nights myself. I haven't watched nowhere near as much as you. I still got to watch Hall of Fame. I missed the first night pre-show. I nearly missed the first hour of Mania, to be fair.
You did. You text me going 12 or 1, and I'm like, it's on now, mate.
Yeah, so I looked it up. I literally was just playing. I was on FIFA with my brother-in-law, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to get my laptop. I'm going to get my camera. I'm going to stream tonight. I'm going to do live reacts. I've got an hour to get it all sorted, make it look pretty, get signed in and all that sort of stuff, test it all. So I said, right, yeah, I'm going to jump off now, mate. He's right, yeah, no worries. So I banged on the network, and it was like, why can I hear Michael Cole speaking now? He doesn't speak on pre-show. Why is Rhea and Becky coming out on the pre-show?
Uh-huh.
I was like, mate, 12:01. It's on now. It's like, shit. It's a good job I came off when I did.
I know. Imagine missing the first hour or something.
I reckon with all if skipping all the promos and adverts in between, I would have been able to watch
you probably
the
would have
first
missed a match, to be fair.
I would have been able to watch the first match, skipped all the adverts and promos, and caught up.
Yeah, you probably would have.
But no,
they're not even announced next year's WrestleMania. They normally do.
We're waiting. We are waiting to see.
It's Minneapolis, but
is it?
Yeah, they released something on some website, Minneapolis, saying WrestleMania's coming.
Yeah, but then I think they might reassess that, mate, because Minneapolis at this time of year is quite cold and snowy. After this weekend, it was quite cold, wasn't
it?
So
coming here is no better.
What?
Coming here is no better. Fucking hell, this weekend was awful.
Put the roof on in Wembley. That's what I'm saying.
That's true. I forgot Wembley's got a roof. Mainly because I've not been in a while.
Principality. Because it holds nearly enough the same amount of people that stadium at the weekend did.
What's the other one? What's Tottenham's? How much that holds? Is it 60?
Yeah, but
Tottenham's holds, I think, 60 in it. I think there's a roof on that as well because the NFL play in there.
Oh, yeah. So
there's,
just letting you know, Triple H, there's a couple of stadiums over here.
Whatever you do, don't go to the Etihad. One, because they'll be shocked that it actually sells out, and two, there's no roof, and I think it holds. Is it 50? Don't go to Old Trafford because it's falling apart. Don't go. Honestly, when I walk up the stairs, it's crippling. So don't do it. Don't go to Old Trafford.
Yeah, Old Trafford's not great for a fan with any sort of issues.
Especially walking up all the way up to the fucking gods. You know, when you're fat and overweight, that's hard, trust me. Anyway.
But when you got breathing problems,
we digress.
I've done it.
Yeah. And there's no lifts. There's no lifts.
No, unless you go in the box area, then there's escalators everywhere.
Oh, then they look after you and it's all fucking beautiful. You go into the Sir Alex Ferguson stand right at the top. They don't look after you there. Sit next to some Japanese guy who's got a Barcelona top on film and everything. Anyway, I digress. Sorry. Don't go to West Ham. So, big weekend it was. Someone finished the story or something.
No, but I tell you what, it took him longer to read that storybook than it did me reading, and I'm dyslexic, and it takes me about 6 months to read the book.
Finally finished it. someone cost someone a championship, and then someone with a briefcase cashed in or something. But we'll go into that soon because John's very unhappy about that.
Have you seen what he's been getting called on?
Yes.
X. Fucking ruthless already.
Well, Drew called it him on Raw last night.
Yeah, after this, the people were calling him that on Sunday, mate, before Drew.
They've been calling it in for ages. Everyone keeps calling it in, and it's like, come on now, like, give the man some respect. He does look like a. Anyway,
Use the right pronouns, mate.
I wasn't going to try because I'll forget this bit's in and then forget to edit it, and then we get cancelled.
Oh no, I ain't going.
We're doing quite well at the moment.
We're aiming not to offend nobody. We're just joking. Just joking.
Yeah, don't be a snowflake.
Yeah.
Bastards.
You snowflake, you're in the wrong video. But no, where do we start, mate? Where do we start? Where do we start? Too much.
We'll start with the t-shirt you're wearing.
Well, I think it's a bit obvious because look at your shirt. Look at my shirt.
This isn't even planned either because
no,
I did the washing last night and I thought I won't wear my Cody Rhodes t-shirt tomorrow on stream. So I washed it and put it on the radiator so it dried. And then I came on and John's got the same one on.
Just like magic. It's almost like the Bella twins are back, twin magic.
I mean, I'm the better looking one, but yeah, and I'm the one with the bunda. So yeah, I mean, I'm the better looking one. So, but where did you buy it?
That link below. Okay. I actually have ordered two new t-shirts from that using that link below this weekend.
What t-shirts you bought? Oh, can I guess?
Yeah, you can have a guess. I don't think you'll get them.
Right. Let me guess. And was it before WrestleMania or after WrestleMania?
It was on Sunday.
Right, so the story hadn't finished. So it was not them t-shirts.
I
reckon you bought. When did that one come out? I'm sure I saw that on Friday, on Thursday. Is it the one, the American Nightmare with blood on it?
No.
Oh shit! Is any of them Cody Rhodes?
No.
Oh, I don't know then. Bray Wyatt ones.
What?
Any Bray Wyatt ones?
Yeah.
Both of them?
No.
Which one did you buy?
So I found how I can find the 5XL t-shirts on Euroshop.
Oh yeah, press men, then press 5XL.
Yeah, you got to go men's, and for some reason you got to select men's first, and then so there isn't many on there. So they had two Brays on there. They've got the White Jim, trying to tell me something, and his what would have been his last costume. Obviously, I like the look of it, but I feel because I didn't see it on TV, I'm not used to it, so I didn't fancy that one. So I have bought the White Jim t-shirt because I did find that segment funny, and it's a good picture of Bray, even though he is wearing his White Jim get up. And then they had the Down Since Day One-ish black t-shirt for 20 notes.
Oh, right, yeah.
So I ordered that as well.
Peace. There's no well, there's an offer on for championship titles at the moment, 50% off. And if you had money, I'd definitely be buying it. But
they had all weekend, they had 25% off in the shirts, selected shirts, that is. Use the word selected shirts.
Yes.
Because a lot of the new ones weren't on it. I did look at the belts last night as well.
Do you know what? There's so many I want, and I wish I was rich. Can you make me rich, people, please? I want to buy some belts. Like, I like the world title. I don't like this. Some of these signature belts are just dreadful. Like, when I look at them.
I like the Mankind one. And
Mankind's a good one.
The Eddie Guerrero
Eddie's good. The Eddie one's good. And then the Edge Intercontinental title isn't bad. The Kurt Angle one's nice.
I think I've seen the Kurt Angle one.
China's Intercontinental title one's nice. But like the Rey Mysterio one's hanging. Triple H's is awful. Orton's is awful. Taker's ain't bad, to be fair. Sean's is just... Yeah. I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, the signature ones are just a whole mixture. It's like the Kane one as well. I like the Kane one because it's like his mask.
I'm not
Back when he had the title.
But no, yes, I used the link below to get my t-shirt. I already know you used the link below.
I did.
Like I said, I've used it this weekend for 2 more. But yeah, there's a lot of winners on there. Obviously, you've got Cody's winners shirts. I think Rhea's on there. There's Bailey's. I think Damien's got one. Don't think
He
Sammy
hasn't
has
an
one yet.
hours.
No,
No,
ours
Damien
yet.
hasn't an hours either.
But you've got all the shirts on the weekend. You've got Cody Finish the Story. They're going to probably release so much merch in the next few weeks for everything.
Yeah, they will.
The side plates will be on there soon enough as well. But yeah, if you are going browsing, just in case you're going to buy, don't forget to use the fella's link. Takes you to the website. Do what you're doing, and don't forget, if you are buying, use the link. And guys, annoyingly at the moment, it is on a Euro shop because I do believe we've got quite a decent little audience in the States now. But yeah, also our last couple of videos where we did the playthrough for Wrestlemania have achieved some viewers, and we want to say thank you. Them 2 videos I think are our highest viewed videos yet.
Yeah.
Muchly appreciated. I think one's over 400, one's not too far short of 400 now.
Yeah, so the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes and Seth is on, well, on here it says 495, but let me check my app because my app's more accurate. It's on 500.
That'll be
thank you very
500 on
much.
the first one.
And then the Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes that no one got involved in, which was well off the mark, has got 400. So I appreciate them as well. And we've got a few new subscribers as well. So I really appreciate them as well.
Yeah.
Welcome in.
Welcome.
I'm the knowledgeable one who likes to piss John off.
Yeah, and I'm the one that's got the potty mouth that he has to cut half the stuff he says out. But no, we appreciate it. But 500 viewers, you didn't hit that subscription button.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
Bit rude, guys. Can't watch our content and not even giving us a subscribe or a like.
Or a like.
So,
or a comment.
I mean, even a little thumbs up, like, good job, guys. You know, that's all it is, a little thumbs up. Good job, guys. But yeah, thank you very much. We do appreciate it, all joking aside. But if you are in, please help us out. Hit that subscribe button, like, leave a comment. Tell us what you want to see. We say this every week. Tell us what you want to see more of. I think the 2K videos is going to make a comeback. They have been a raving success. Just plan how we do it and what we do with it. Let us know. Also, social medias. Matt was very active on Twitter this weekend.
I was.
So Twitter and Facebook is Wrestling Fellas. Instagram is Wrestling_Fellas Pod, and then it is Wrestling Fellas Pod over on TikTok. I think I'm going to get more active on the TikTok again. I've been watching a few videos. I had tremendous views and subscribers on that, so I'm going to see if I can put it to the test. But yeah, guys, if you are tuning in, thank you very much. Like we said, but hit that subscribe button for us and a like.
Please.
Right, now we've got the bag out of the way, mate.
Right, cool.
Let's get back to Mania.
What a show. What a show. But I said it, I think I said it to you, I've said it to everyone. Bar one match, I think that was a perfect WrestleMania. I wasn't bored in anything. Not one match was I bored. Oh, no, it wasn't actually. Because the Dom tag match, I didn't get the whole thing at the end until they took the mask off and then it was Philadelphia Eagles players. Oh, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was very happy with the whole event.
There was a couple of matches for me on both nights that I was let down massively by one. Massively. And if you've watched the previous pods, you'll know which one that one is, and we'll go into it a bit more. There was a couple there that I felt it was just they were just put together to get people on TV.
Well, that's WrestleMania for you.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a couple. I think if they weren't on there, it would have done no harm to the nights either. But we'll get into it. I have scored all the events, which you can see in another video. but we'll run through them today when we're talking as well. But want to start Stand and Deliver?
Oh yeah, we would. Oh yeah, because you watched it, didn't you? Did you watch all of it?
I didn't. I was working, so it was playing when I was working.
It was.
And whenever I went on breaks and stuff, it was still playing. So I probably missed chunks of it, but it did have it on. It did look good.
It was a fantastic event from NXT. It was the sold out, the first ever NXT attendance that's that high for a takeover, if you want to call it takeover anymore, for a Brilliant Live event for NXT. So that's cool to see. The matches didn't let down. One match was literally match of the night. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. We'll go through thingy though. So in the pre-show, you had Joe Gacy against Sean Spears. Sean Spears has been targeting Joe Gacy. Rich Holland was on pre-show. What do you call it? Round table thingy. I don't know. Panel. That's the one. And he the other week on NXT said he's done because he keeps injuring people and he don't want to make things worse. And then he goes and attacks Joe Gacy with a steel chair just before the match starts. However, Joe Gacy still won. And Sean Spears loses again on TakeOver. Which annoyed me because I thought Sean Spears should have won that. And then we had Baron Corbin versus and Bron Breakker versus Aksum and Nathan Frazier for the NXT Tag Team titles. Quality match. Bron Breakker's a beast, mate. Like, honest to God, I've never seen anyone just... He moved the ring when he
20 mile per hour
bouncing against the ropes. Like, what a freak.
Being hit by him for a spear at 20 mile per hour would be like being hit by a car.
Be like Goldberg hitting Bret Hart in WCW. And we know how that went. But yeah, no, it was a quality match. Considering they were high flyers against Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin, Aksum and Nathan Frazier together are a great tag team. So I want to see him carry on. Obviously, Bron Breakker will lose tag titles eventually because he's going on SmackDown or wherever he goes after the draft. Corbin, I think Corbin will stay in NXT. There's no reason to bring him up. Have him win the NXT title eventually. Him and Trick in the main event.
Unless they moved them together. Now the tag team titles have been split, they could potentially put them up as well.
I want Bron Breakker on his own. I don't want him as a tag team. That's my issue. But I can see that happening as well, to be fair. But we'll see. This was match of the night. Obafemi defeated Dijak and Josh Briggs. Now, obviously, we know Dijak. Obafemi, if you've never watched him, he's an absolute beast. And for a big man, he can frigging go. Josh Briggs, I've never really been a big fan of Josh Briggs. I've watched him when he's done tag team wrestling or just one-on-ones. He's okay, but that match really brought the best out of him. It was non-stop. At one point, I thought Dijak's winning this, which he should have. And then Obafemi came out from being put through a table. And I think he did a powerbomb on Dijak onto Josh Briggs and then pinned him. 6-woman tag match. Normally you always get like one sleeper match where it's like, I check my phone now. This was it. However, it was still good. Tay Hale's quality. JC Jane will be on the main roster soon. And then you've got Kiana James, Izzy Dane, Fallon Henley, who I think is going to turn on Thea Hale eventually. The way she was at the end of the match made me think she was a bit jealous of her. And Kalani Jordan as well. The women's division's got a big future if they do it right, and I've got no doubt Shawn will. Roxanne Perez, which I didn't think would work with Roxanne Perez because of the way she is, defeated Lyra Valkyria by submission. I was very surprised. I thought Lyra was going to retain. Didn't expect Roxanne to win that at all, but she did, and then she came onto Raw, just gone, and beat Indy. Ilya Dragunov defeated Tony D'Angelo. Thank God. Like, no offense to Tony D'Angelo, but I just don't want him as the face to run NXT as the champion. If you're going from Ilya, I want it to be Trick or Corbin, someone like that. I don't want it to go to Tony. And again, no offense to Tony. He put on a good show and proved that he can go, but he's not the man to bring in the ratings when you want NXT to be that. I think there's Trick.
After watching had the Trick Mello match myself. Trick's the new face of NXT.
Mate, Trick has got everything behind him. As soon as he gets on the main roster, mate, Intercontinental, United States, whatever it is, he's there straight away. Trick's sick. Camelo's obviously going to be brought up. I reckon he'll be on SmackDown because he wasn't on Raw. Because he's done now. He's done everything he needed to do in NXT. He's won the NXT Championship. He's won the North American Championship. Tag team, I think, with Trick. I can't remember if he has that. He's put on bangers with everyone. So it's time. He's called up now. What did they do with him? Oh, we put him in the Pride with Bobby and the Street Profits and B-Fab. Because unless you put him with against Logan at Backlash, I'd like to see Logan versus Camelo. That'd be a sick match. Logan's put in a good name for himself after WrestleMania as well. We'll get into it, but I'm so glad I Show Speed got absolutely fucking RKO'd because I can't stand the fucking bastards. Anyway, we'll get into that though. But no, that was Takeover. It was great. I think I gave it a solid 8 out of 10. Takeover. I keep calling it Takeover. They're not called Takeovers anymore. Stand and Deliver. I gave it a solid 8 out of 10. I was just considering some of the names on there, and people that don't watch NXT will probably thought, who the fuck are these people? They must have walked away going, do you know what? It's actually not that bad, NXT. I might start watching it a bit more.
What I thought of it was entertaining. It was entertaining. What I caught, like I said, I had it on while I was working at it, and I left it playing when I went on breaks and stuff, so I probably missed matches while I was doing my breaks and stuff, but it was entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, I hate Booker T on commentary. I can't stand him. And even after watching all the old WrestleManias, I'm like, him and JBL should never be anywhere near any commentary desk again. Also, you'll notice I'm not drinking Pepsi.
Oh, yeah, I noticed.
I am on Vimto. I think my body's rejecting Pepsi Max now. I think it's going, fuck off, you're not having any more, you fat cunt. You can have something else. Because last night I threw up when I had a can. So I'm on Vimto. Better for you anyway. Anyway, yeah. Vic Joseph's going to be... Vic Joseph's a quality commentator as well, so when he gets brought up eventually again, whether it be Raw or SmackDown, it's in good hands. We'll get onto announcers and shit as well. Then we had the Hall of Fame. Well, we had the Hall of Fame before it. I've got a little rant about the Hall of Fame. Now, not because I stayed up and watched it and stayed all the way fucking through the night to watch it. I don't think, and the crowd weren't even there. They left. They put Paul Heyman on first. Then the crowd left. Which then, you can tell, like you said, it's catered to The Rock and to the Samoan family. They need it on a separate night. They can't do it after SmackDown. It's too fucking long. And I know SmackDown's only 2 hours, but if you think you show up to the arena an hour and a half before it starts, or an hour before it starts to get your merches, get drinks or whatever, go and sit down, watch the show. Then you've got another hour before Hall of Fame starts, and then you've got a 3.5 hour event of the Hall of Fame. You're fucked. I watched it in bed and I was fucked.
The thing is, the Hall of Fame, you want to keep the asses on seats, like you say, it's a long day. That if you want to keep the asses on seat, you don't put the one that everybody's coming to see on first.
Yeah, agreed. And it was great to see Paul Heyman going, and his speech was sick. It was great to see Muhammad Ali and his wife did him justice. The US Express, I cried. I'm an emotional bastard. And you could tell all of them are still hurting. Every single thing they said, you could tell he just wanted to cry, and so did Taylor and Mika. Thunderbolt Patterson went on a bit. I get why he's doing it, don't get me wrong, and he's right, the world needs to be a nicer place. But he did a Rock and rambled. He did a Hail Billy Jim that year when Hail Billy Jim went on for an hour and he was supposed to have half an hour.
See, there was a thing like on, I can't remember what it was on, like who had a longer speech, him or Iron Sheik.
Oh, but I don't know, Hail Billy Jim must be up there.
Yeah.
Hail Billy Jim went on forever, because I remember in 2019, Road Dogg, when DX got inducted, Road Dogg brought out a huge manuscript and went, I took some notes from my mate Hail Billy Jim. I don't know how long he's went on for, but yeah, the Hall of Fame needs to be on a separate show. And so the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal needs to be on WrestleMania. Why is it on SmackDown?
Should be a
Just use
pre-show.
that SmackDown to build up. It should be on the pre-show. It should be on the, if you really want to, make it seem like it means something. Put it on the show and put another match on the pre-show. Like work it into WrestleMania weekend rather than on SmackDown. It's not going to make SmackDown worse by not having it on SmackDown. Just because Cody Rhodes ain't there for that.
I think because of SmackDown on the Friday and the way they're doing it now on Saturday and Sunday, I think they do that. They put the talent that are not going to be appearing at then you're on it, but also it takes a large chunk of SmackDown up then. And they fill it in with the rest of singles matches. And they're probably doing it to protect other people. So imagine Cody wrestling on SmackDown and then
that's the thing though, but you didn't, if you were doing that, I get it, but you don't need Cody to wrestle or Jey Uso. I mean, Jey Uso did, but you don't need Cody to wrestle. You don't need Seth to wrestle. Use it as a promo, a 15, 20-minute promo, and then cut to a package for WrestleMania. Then go into the Jey Uso Solo Sikoa match. Have a load of fucking interference from fucking Jimmy and Paul and whoever. Do you know what I mean? I just think the way it's done now, obviously Triple H has put his stamp on it, and there's a lot of things changed this weekend that Vince used to do that Triple H has changed. I think that's one of them he needs to do next year, rework that whole week. Obviously, Raw and SmackDown have got to be on them days because the network TV shows, they've got to be on them days. NXT is obviously on a Tuesday, so then you've got Wednesday, Thursday to throw in the Hall of Fame. You get more money because people will buy tickets to go and watch the Hall of Fame. And it means more for the people being put in because I don't think the Hall of Fame means anything anymore. I think it's lost its spark since after COVID. So
once they moved it to the venue that SmackDown's in.
SmackDown, yeah. And it looks a bit too tight for everyone around the ring. They're all like that.
Yeah.
And it's
I don't get the whole thing doing it in the ring. It's a bit naff, but whole fingers crossed.
And then Bronson Reed won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The people that we said we're going to win it, we're even fucking in the fucking Battle Royal. Half the people that they said they were going to be in it, we're even in it. Shinsuke,
pulled Andrade, didn't he?
Yeah, pulled Andrade, pulled Shinsuke, Chad Gable got pulled. So we lost that one. So we're both at 0 before we even went into WrestleMania, which was a good omen. You agree that it's the Paul Levesque era that everyone keeps Paul Heyman alluded to, and Cody and Steph. Do you think that's the name for it going forward, Paul Levesque era?
Well, there was the Renaissance era.
Renaissance, yeah.
Flying about, but it's a definitely fresh feeling now.
I agree.
It almost felt brand new this weekend. Yeah. Anything that was still hanging on that Vince had done come to an end this weekend. Yeah. I think the amount of champions changing, absolutely spot on. It gives everybody a new fresh start. Barring obviously, there's a couple of handful of storylines that's hanging around still, but they're perfect to hang around. But it's a fresh start. There's no these lengthy title runs no more. We're literally at 0 again, and it's
bar one.
Yeah, barring one or two.
Rhea.
Logan as well.
Oh yeah, Logan's had it since November, hasn't he?
But
October.
They work. Yeah. Them two keeping it on, they work.
They're fine, yeah.
This is like a clean slate now. It's like a blank page for Triple H to literally fall and just do what he wants. And it, to a degree, you've seen it on last night on Raw as well.
Yeah, you saw it last night. Definitely, you did.
With the NXT guys coming up and doing their thing, and both of them getting a win. Because it could have been very easy for Dragunov to get beat by Shinsuke, but it'd start a storyline between him and Shinsuke for when he does come up. But Shinsuke put him over. Same with Indy. She put, I think, Roxanne over as well. Roxanne looked really, really good last night.
Roxanne's ace.
Yeah, he's good. I just feel like he didn't get enough time last night to really show off. He seems to look better when he is 10, 15 minutes into a match.
Yeah. It did feel rushed, but we know why.
But yeah, no, it's a good. I think the sign of the new era beginning is the new opening to the shows.
Oh, mate, a very end game-ish, isn't it?
Yeah, but that there was as soon as I seen that, I didn't see the night one because I tuned in a bit late. But when I seen it on night two, I was like, yeah, that's the beginning of that. That is literally getting rid of Vince. That's the last. Well, bar Bruce Pritchard, but that's the last thing they could Vince in there now. Absolutely.
And it was good to see on night two. It was good to see Steph back from what Triple H said in the press conference afterwards. She was really nervous because she didn't know how people would take to her because of, well, he didn't say this, but I'm guessing it's because of the situation.
Yeah.
It's Steph. Like, no one, I don't think we, as much as they are family, I don't think we associate Steph with Vince as much as we used to. She's like, when Vince had that hiatus, if you want to call it that, when he was off, and it was Steph that was in charge with Triple H. It was fine. It was great. Storylines were fine. It was progressing. Obviously, we now know Vince had his hands in still. No pun intended. But like seeing Steph out there and seeing the confidence that she had was great as well. I love that. I love to see that, little things like that. And it's when you said, obviously we're talking about the Vince McMahon, everything that Vince is doing is gone. So little things like they changed the national anthem because they played the America the Beautiful because Vince hated the national anthem. Triple H just changed it back to the national anthem because it's what it should be. And then camera cuts and everything like that has all been different because he wants to try different things and he's not scared to open the book
camera stuff, mate. It's amazing. The backstage, there was one on Raw last night where
with Dom,
yeah, pushed it away and it went out into the crowd. The stuff with Sammy on Saturday, mate.
Yeah,
I like it. I wasn't too keen on the in-ring ones with the challenger and champion.
I didn't mind the camera angles. I didn't like where it was saying challenger and champion underneath. I mean, I wasn't that bothered, but Tomo, shout out to Tomo. Tomo said he didn't like it either. It was like, don't know, but I was like, they're trying something different. They probably won't do it.
To me, it came across like trying to be a video game sort of style thing. And I skipped on 2K. I skipped that shit, mate. It takes too long for me.
No, I don't.
The camera the camera that they did that in was different as well.
Yeah,
it was shot in a different type of style of camera. The picture quality was different. It's just
not the GoPro.
The GoPro. The camera quality was probably better than it was for the match. That was like a movie style camera quality. But overall, no, it's exciting. And it's a new era. And yeah, it was good. Good.
Let's get into the matches then. So we started off night one with Rhea and Becky. I didn't think this was better than Charlotte and Becky last year. Charlotte and Rhea last year, I thought that was a much better match. However, it's still a great match. I just thought Rhea and Charlotte was a lot better last year. 17 minutes it got.
Don't think we got fully fit Becky though either, because he kept mentioning about
strepsis.
Yeah, and maybe that affected her performance to a touch. Maybe the way the match was planned out, because if she's running at temperature, she's not going to be running around that ring like she normally does.
No, true.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed Rhea's entrance. Apart from I found the guy a bit weird. He looked more like Rhea than Rhea did.
So I was watching it with my brother, and he's like, "Who are these?" And I was like, "The Motionless in White." I've seen it download about 4 times. I've seen it in an arena once. And they're very good live. They're fantastic live, fantastic band. The sounding was well off. Like it kept cutting from him to the track to him to the track, and it's like and he had the white face paint on, and I'm like looking at him going, "He's fucking what are you wearing? What are you looking like?" Like fantastic that they got him to sing her out, but when we talk about live entrances and we talk about Motorhead for Triple H being one of the best and Limp Bizkit for Taker, I don't think Motionless in White will be up there in the top 5 for me.
I want to talk about the other one while we're here, actually, so because I'll forget later on. Lil Wayne doing Jay's.
Lasted about 2 fucking minutes, didn't it? He raps for about 2 seconds and then
They called him the greatest rapper of all time. Offended
so
quite
I
a few
questioned
people.
this. Well, I went, oh, what Eminem?
That's what I
don't
did.
I don't do rap music. I'm into my metal and my rock. But my brother was like, they've got that spot on. I was like, what do you mean they've got it spot on? And he was like, Lil Wayne's up there as one of the best. And I'm like, I don't even know who he fucking is.
Knock it down, he is good. I do like rap music. He is good. But greatest of all time, he's got a long queue that is for him.
I mean, KSI, like, you know what I mean?
I was like, oh, Eminem. Absolutely, I'm a massive Eminem fan.
Exactly. I said the exact one. Oh, Eminem's here. Oh, wait. I'm a massive
Eminem fan, so that to me is like the greatest of all time. But you've got like Jay-Z, mate, Dre. Snoop was there, mate.
It's not Snoop, man. Why was Snoop there? He annoys me.
I'm
to be fair, his commentary was funny.
I'm coming back to Snoop later on.
Okay.
But he was pants. He was worse than Motionless, whatever they were called.
Motionless in White.
There was no point.
I thought he was better than them.
They could have used Meek Mills. He's from Philly. He's a Philly rapper. He was in the Creed. His music was in Creed 1, I think. They could have used Meek Mills to bring him out. But no, they went with Lil Wayne, and he did a Millie, with the song of Millie, which doesn't have much in it. It's a song literally control the bass. But don't give him the title the greatest rapper of all time.
It's all about opinions, John. It's all about opinions. I'm trying to sit on the fence here. Leave me alone. Right. So with this comes our first prediction. Now, my predictions to the ones in the chat are totally different. I did better in the group chat than I did with us because I wanted to be different with us because it was just all the same. So with this, we both went Rhea Ripley. You used the wheel to spin, and it chose Rhea. So we're both 1-on-1 at the moment because we both got the battle royal wrong. Yeah, Rhea picking up the win, carrying on a year-long title reign. Right winner. I feel like it goes well with what happened on night 2 as well with Judgment Day. Although night 1 seemed very bleak for the Judgment Day at one point.
No, it was a good match. Yeah. I did enjoy it. Like I said, I did sort of join it a bit late. I give it. I'm re-looking at it. I gave it on the night a 4.8
out of 5.
Out of 5.
I give it. It wasn't better than Charlotte and Rhea last year. I'd probably give it 4. I'd give it 4.
I enjoyed it. I think it would have been a better match if Becky was fully fit.
Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, I give it a 4.8. It was enjoyable. It did its job. It didn't make any of the two of them look bad.
Nah.
Especially with Becky being ill. It just shows that she is the female Seth. She's going to go no matter what, and that's appreciable.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, and then we had like you say, the 6-pack ladder match, which they tweaked sort of last moment, where both titles were being defended separately, not together. So if anybody took it down, they won that title, but they could also go and get the other title. Great match, mate. Another great match. Highly enjoyed. Didn't have. I thought it was going to be a bit of a car wreck mess, to be honest, because I've had the people in it and
how many people
it was going to be, but highly enjoyed it. R-Truth stole the show again.
Yeah.
Finn being slammed in the ladders.
Finn got his ass handed to him in that match. I felt so sorry for him. He was the one being thrown in, not Priest.
Tommaso taking that bump from the top of the ladder, mate. He looked like he landed funny. So I'm hoping he's not injured.
Well, they were on Raw, so I hope so.
Newcastle Republic did themselves well. The big strong boy doing his helicopter with Finn and a ladder.
Yeah.
I was surprised with the first winners though, because they weren't. We thought they weren't even going to be in the match.
I put them on Theory and Waller.
We thought they were going to be replaced.
I know, and I said I'm still going to go with him.
Yeah, so we got Theory and Waller. Ran up, and then, but that's all they did. If you notice, they won them titles, then they got attacked. I think Waller got put through the ladder. I don't know what happened. What happened to Theory, and that was them done. You didn't see them for the rest of the match.
Yeah, that done and dusted.
They might as well do it
we'll go on. That's fine.
And then then R-Truth went for the hot tag. Pinned Finn, won the match, and then climbed the ladder and won the titles.
He won twice.
He won twice.
Oh, inspired by his childhood hero,
John Cena.
Yeah.
We got the tag with last night, which he seemed very happy about. But no, it was great. Awesome Truth won the second one, if you don't know. We both called that one, I think, didn't we?
Yes, we both got Miz and Truth. You had Newcastle Republic to win the SmackDown. I had Theory and Waller. So I'm one up. It all goes downhill for me. Don't worry about
it. I give that one 4.8 as well.
Yes.
Highly enjoyed that one. Highly enjoyed that one. It was a good way to split it up as well, and I'm glad they have done now. And see where it brings going forward.
We've been saying that for ages, haven't we? That it needed to happen. So, then we had Rey Mysterio and Andrade defeating Santos and Dirty Dom.
With the help of
a quality match. I really enjoyed the match. I wasn't bored in it. I worked on my phone. I was actually enjoying it. Cruz, was it Cruz? Or no, sorry, Joaquin Wild did his middle rope slingshot thing that he did in NXT, which was cool to see. Andrade put on a good showing. It's in his first WrestleMania match. Dom lost again.
Yeah, but I don't think it does Dom any harm. I don't think anything right now does Dom harm.
He just needs to win. He got attacked by Becky on Raw, which was assault. He needs to ring the police, but they won't believe him because he's been in prison himself. Like, give the guy a break, man. Like, just chill. He needs to go and win the Speed Championship when it comes in.
Hear me out. Him, Logan Paul.
Oh, it'd be sick, but the story just makes no sense.
Well, they could work something in it. Don't know.
2 heels,
Logan flirting with Mammy or something, and he gets jealous. They do something.
2 heels, though. They need to throw a babyface in there to even it out.
They could swing Judgment Day around to babyface, maybe. If they wanted to for a while.
Nah, I don't think they can.
Especially if he's going to be working with
Dominic. Can't we Dominic?
Yeah, well,
and JD.
Yeah, but JD's not a member of Judgment Day. He lost the Truth and got kicked out.
No, he's not. Truth's not a part of it. We found that out yesterday.
Doesn't matter. You don't get.
He's definitely not a part of it anymore.
No, absolutely not. I give it. I enjoyed the match. It did its job. It weren't.
The ending pissed me off.
I give it a 3.9.
I'd give it that. The ending pissed me off. Like, I get you in Philadelphia, and I get the whole thing. It was, you know what I mean? It's like it's one of the things to do over there.
I
don't even know who the fuck they are.
I like one of them. I can't forget. He's one of the Celt.
Are you like him that much? You don't even know who he is?
No, he's I know them from TikTok. There's 2 brothers. They both play for NFL teams, separate NFL teams. One of them's going out with Taylor Swift. The one that was in there the other night, I can't think of his first name now. I named him straight away when he took his mask off. He's hilarious, mate, on TikTok, and then when he's been to the NFL games, getting smashed, and he's great. You're a guy, not really. I don't do NFL, but I know this guy. I know that one. think it's Jason. I might be wrong, or Travis. The American fans are probably correct to see in the comments, but
Jason Kelsey, is it Kelsey and Lane Johnson?
yeah, he's hilarious, mate. He's so funny
They're
on
both
TikTok.
from the Philadelphia Eagles NFL team.
Yeah, his brothers play for. It was who won it? The 49ers won the NFL. His brother plays for them. I don't know. Don't do NFL.
I
But
pretend
I
I
like
do.
that.
I don't.
But it was the amount of people that were trying to show off on night one was unbelievable. Like how many times they panned to the crowd with random artists in it and stuff. And that's
Vanessa
what it
Hudgens was there.
Huh?
Vanessa Hudgens was there.
2 nights.
Exactly. They didn't. Drew Barrymore was there. They didn't cut to her.
Oh yeah.
What's all that about? Yeah, the ending pissed me off just because it didn't need it. It was like just finish it off, done and dusted. Get why they did it. They're in Philadelphia. 2 football players that play for American football. American football, by the way, not soccer. Yeah, but it was a good match. I enjoyed it. Then it was the letdown.
This
was the most disappointing match of both nights.
This match, like I said last week, we're talking about the Jay and Jimmy match now. This match had
for predictions.
Yeah.
You went Dom and Santos, and I went Ray and Dragon Lee. But obviously, Dragon Lee got replaced on SmackDown, which we didn't know about.
I'll let you have that point on technicality.
Damn right I am. And there's no technicality about it. Rey Mysterio got the win. Anyway, yeah, Jimmy v. Jay.
Yeah, next Jimmy vs. Jay. I said it on. I think I've been said since it announced. I was so up for this match. That match before it, I sort of come off the back of it like, right, here comes Jimmy and Jay now. Ready for this one, ready for it. This is going to blow my socks off. This is going to take control of night one. All right, night two could potentially, obviously the main event, night two could steal the show. But at this point, come out, crowd was up for it. I think it was the first time they proper woke up all night. Because they were a bit flat on night one.
They were flat because of it was literally about 10 degrees.
It wasn't even that, mate. It was 5 degrees at one point. I kept checking it when they put it on the screen.
I did. It was 5. It went 5 degrees at about in our time. It went 5 degrees at about 2:30.
Yeah. So I get it. They were cold, whatnot, but still, it's WrestleMania. Put your coat on, man up, woman up.
That's what we would have done.
Yeah, absolutely. I would have had my shirt off still.
Mate, I went Liverpool United, and it was pissing it down.
Not talking about that.
It was absolutely pissing it down. Oh yeah, cat beat us, and it was pissing it down. And I still chanted it all the way through it. Like, you don't, mate. You're there to watch the fucking thing and enjoy yourself. Don't be fucking too quiet and not say anything or chant anything. Just give it a rest. Fucking Wrestlemania, bro. 40.
Yeah, I would have been up all that. Like, absolutely would have been all in it. But it just came out and it was just a brother love fest. Jay controlled the match like I thought he would do.
Yeah.
But the whole, oh, I'm sorry, and oh, never seen that before. I found that, yeah, it was missing so
a stipulation.
Much. It needed Kishi. Solo could have got involved.
Yeah.
There was so much more it could have been done.
No Solo on night one. Solo on night one.
I heard he couldn't find his black hoodie. He spent all night backstage trying to find his black hoodie.
Tomo said that.
But yeah, I was yeah. I borrowed it.
I can't find it.
But yeah, no, I was really underwhelmed by that match. Like,
yeah, it was.
I hope they rerun it and go 100% on it. Like at SummerSlam or something, go full on and put Kishi as special ref and whatever. It just that if you go off the last couple of brother versus brothers, what Jeff and Matt and Brett and Owen.
Jeff and Matt was awful.
I don't remember Jeff and Matt, but I remember
it was shite.
Brett and
Owen was great. Fantastic match. Matt and Jeff was dreadful. The match they had after, I think it was Backlash or the Great American Bash, when it was a ladder match or a table match, one of them. That was the better match. The one at WrestleMania was poor. It was awful. And I thought, this is going to break the voodoo. And it really wasn't. It was just the same shit.
So poor. It's my lowest. Right, I've just changed my point, me rating on it as well. I rated it at 2.5. I did have 3.5, but I've changed my mind. I'd give it 2.5. And I think it's only 2.5 because of the magic of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's
and
it.
the greatest rapper of all time bringing Jay out.
I would know. I'm not buying.
Is that going further down now? Is it like 1 now?
I actually like that way, but no, it's I say it was missing something. It was missing a lot.
Yeah.
Stipulation.
It was missing Rikishi and Solo.
Missing them two giving it. It's like they had no energy. The pair of them.
Yeah.
It was just missing that pizzazz, and it let me down. And I will. It did then affect me in the next match a little bit because I was a bit like, this is how the night's going to go now to the main event.
Yeah, the next match, Jade Cargill, Bianca Naomi versus Damage Control. Now, Mark Henry kicked off with Kairi Sane over something that she did. I didn't even notice that she didn't get out the ring when Jade and Bianca and Naomi were doing their entrance. She stayed in the ring, which is a sign of respect for Mark Henry. And everyone's come to the aid of Kairi going, you well over the top or something.
It was a filler match.
If I cut this bit out, I'll cut this bit out. We know why it was in there. We know why.
It was a filler match to put them three on the TV to make them look strong.
Yeah.
This is one of
the
right
matches. People won because that's the right people won because that's the way the story's going. Damage Control have had all the momentum, and then Jade, Bianca, Naomi get the revenge at the end and they win, which is fine. I didn't hate the match. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it more than say Rey and Andrade and Dirty Dom and Santos, but it still wasn't for me. It was still a match I was intrigued in, mainly because I'm a big Jade Cargill fan. I like Jade Cargill, but I also like Bianca. I like Naomi.
I like Kairi Sane, Asuka. I like Bianca. I don't mind Jade. I don't even know why I wind you up about her. I'm not keen on Naomi. I just don't see what Naomi brings, but that's my view on her. Dakota Kai, I've not seen enough of her yet because she just seems to be constantly injured and really unlucky with that.
If you want to, NXT stuff. Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I do remember that from NXT. But I would have rather they used that time and put a tag match on, like a 6-pack tag match with the women, and put Belair and Jade together in that against Asuka and Kairi Sane and a couple of others like Indy and Candice LeRae and stuff like that. Use that time for a match there and put them over. This was, like I said, I've just changed Jimmy and Jay's rating. This was my lowest rating match of the night. I rated it 3.2. It did its job for the three women that won and the storyline, like you said, but if it got cut and dropped, it wouldn't have been missed.
I think it would have been, only because of Jade Cargill. If you take Jade Cargill and Bianca out of that match, and listen, I'm not taking any away from Asuka or Kairi or Dakota for that matter, because if you've watched the pod, we really like them all. However, the crowd are there to see Bianca. Well, let's just face it, Bianca's the big star out of them all. Bianca is the big one out of them all.
Yeah,
then you have Jade Cargill, who's come from AEW, who has not been seen on TV a lot because she's been training the WWE way and getting her feet in there and knowing what she's doing. Like, that's the reason why that match is on there, because of them two. So if you take Bianca off that, the crowd will know that Bianca's off it. Regardless of Jade Cargill, Naomi, Asuka, Kairi, or whatever. If you take Bianca off that show, you know.
Watching the press conference afterwards, though, they're definitely using Bianca to get Jade over.
I think it's the right thing to do. That's what you do. It's Bianca's, for me, Bianca's with Rhea, Charlotte, Becky.
100%.
So, and if you can use her to push Jade and make Jade look $1,000, she already does because she's perfect. But if you can do that, then there's no harm in it. If you put her with Naomi, and again, everyone know if you watch, you know I like Naomi. But if you put Jade with Naomi and leave Bianca out of it, it's not the same power. It doesn't do the same thing. Bianca pushes Jade further. And we could possibly see a tag team with them win the tag titles from Asuka and Kyrie. I'd love to see it. Bianca and Jade under Bianca's wing.
I'd rather see them go at it.
No, I would. I'd rather see a one-on-one thing with them. But I think we're going to get them two as a tag team for now to go against Kyrie and Asuka. And then eventually down the line, we'll get Jade turning on Bianca. I just don't think Bianca as a heel works, so she'd just never be a heel. She's John Cena. She'll never be a heel.
She did heel in NXT though, so it could work.
They weren't heel though, was it? It weren't like proper heel work. It was.
No.
She was against the fan favorite at the time, so she wasn't. She was seen as the heel out of it. But in terms of main roster, there is no way Bianca goes a heel. It doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, I get what you mean. It is a filler. It's one of those matches where you think, right now it's time for a piss. I enjoyed it, regardless of Jay being in it. I did enjoy the match. I don't think I went for a piss all through night one. This is too much information for you all. But I didn't go toilet all the way through night one. I think I did night two after the Logan Paul match when they were doing the whole attendance thing. Because I didn't really care.
I think I maybe got some snacks in that match.
Another thing that Triple H has changed is the exaggeration of attendance. So if you notice, normally WrestleMania, it's always over 80,000, 90,000. Always. No matter what arena you're in that only holds 60,000, it's always 80 because Vince used to always put another 5,000, 10,000 on. Apparently, Triple H didn't add anything on. It was the right one, which is better because it's more realistic. But yeah, no, I didn't go to toilet at all, and that one, but I did quite well. Sorry, so we'll do predictions. So Jimmy and Jay, I went Jimmy, you went Jay. Don't know why I went Jimmy with you, to be honest with you, because the one in the group chat I went Jay. And then for that one, we both went Jade, Naomi, Bianca, because it was obvious. Yeah. And then it was the Intercontinental title. And you sent me an interesting text.
Yeah. So the promo video ran. And then he did his little thing backstage, Sammy. This is so Sammy Gunther we're talking about. Did his little spit with his son and his wife. I was like, oh, that's nice. Then he had a little chat with Chad Gable, and he's like, are we going? He's like, no, you're going alone. I was like, oh, very Rocky-esque, this. It really gave me a Rocky feel. I'm a big Rocky fan. Big Rocky fan. Mm-hmm. And then he's walking up the ramp, kicking things and hyping himself up. And then he met Kev at the top. And
didn't do the same fucking Kevin Owens, did it? He fucking lost. But carry on.
Sorry. Yeah, but Kev gave him the whole slap around the face, G'd him up and whatnot. And I text you saying, I think we texted you at the end of the match, didn't you? Yeah. So we watched the match and you texted me like, I was like, I wanted Sammy to win. I know we watched prediction and I predict Gunther. I didn't think for the show that Sammy was beating Gunther.
And we both said that he's not the one to take it off him.
But once they hit that VT and promo before, it just hit me right there in the feels like, no, hang on a minute, this is Sammy's time. This is the right time, in the right place with this storyline, because he's been the underdog for the last 2 years, treated like shit for long enough with the bloodline, and then obviously with all storylines with him after the bloodline, and always coming up second best. And
he won the tag titles last year in the main event.
But yeah, the tag titles, one of the greatest matches of last year. Absolutely. Could potentially be a spoiler there, by the way.
Oh, wow. I need to talk to you about that later.
Yeah, so but it gave me the whole, like I say, the whole Rocky Balboa feel.
Okay.
When he was down in the ring and Gunther's giving his wife what for and whatnot, I just had, if you've ever seen, can't think what Rocky is now. There's a Rocky when Rocky gets knocked. I think it's Rocky 3. Rocky gets knocked down by Clubber Lang. It's after Mickey's trainer dies, and he's doing flashbacks, and now you hear his Mickey's voice. Get up, you bum. I didn't hear no bell. You could have sent out Chad Gable at the side of the ring shouting, "Get up, Sammy. Get up." You've heard no bell, or even Kev, and it would have been perfect for me. I love this match. This was my match of the 2 nights until the main event kicked off on night 2. This was perfect. This was the best way they could end Gunther's reign, and the best way to start a new era for the Intercontinental title with Sammy. I give this a 5, mate. I absolutely loved it. If I went over 5, it would have been whatever I went to max. I loved that match.
So, I wanted Gunther to win. I feel like Ilya should have been the one to do it. I first watching this match after it. The day after I woke up and I was about going to do a TikTok on my thoughts on night 1, and said that Gunther and Sami Zayn wasn't Gunther's best match he's had. I still think that's Drew and Sheamus last year.
Yeah,
I then rewatched
Sheamus and Clash.
Well, I rewatched it. Well, I rewatched most of the night 1. I skipped Jimmy and Jay and Jade and that. Rewatched it. This is second to it. I take back what I said. I mean, I didn't post it anyway because I just looked knackered, and you could tell we're interested in what I was saying whatsoever. So I just fucked. But it was a quality match. It was absolutely sick. Still not happy Gunther lost. I still wanted it to be earlier. But if anyone was going to win it, I'm not bothered it's Sammy. But I did want Ilya to do it, or Gable, one of the two. But Sammy won, like I said, new era, going into it. Gunther, what does he do now? I don't think he should go for the Intercontinental title. It's done and dusted. If you're gonna go for it again and you don't win it, it's gonna make everything look shit. Just ignore it. It's done.
Getting beat by Sammy at WrestleMania doesn't tarnish anything he's done prior to that. He goes against Sammy again and loses again, then it does.
Mm-hmm.
With Ilya, for me, mate, it's just history repeating itself. Been there, done that. Ilya's already toppled him for a title before. Do that down the line. If Ilya gets over well with the crowd once he comes up, because he is coming up now, he's going to be in the draft. He announced that last night. And as Gunther gets the world heavyweight title, if you want to do that, once you build Ilya up a bit, do that one, because it'll sting more. Chad, I'm with you there, mate. Chad Gable deserved it. Absolutely
He's
did.
turning heel next week, Chad.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to be Chad Sammy for a while now. I think he's going to bin off Alpha Academy as well, which, barring Otis, mate, I'm not bothered about them but getting bin off. We've been saying for a long time they should have done something with Chad and Kurt a long, long time ago. I think Chad Gable could be potentially this era's Kurt Angle.
Mm-hmm.
If it's done right, and I believe Triple H can book Chad Gable the right way now. Drop the sush, drop the thank you, make him serious. Suplexing. He's the new suplex monster. Absolutely. And I believe it's the right road now for Sammy, him and Chad.
I don't know. Listen, new era. Sami Zayn's Intercontinental champion going into it. It'll be a better reign than he was in 2020 when he beat, was it AJ or Jeff Hardy for it in that triple threat.
But that was when he's doing his propaganda.
Yeah, conspiracy thing. Yeah. So it'll be a lot better than that reign.
Hey, look at what he's done. What he deserves it, mate. And I think that's where Triple H.
No, I know he doesn't. No, that's not what.
I'm not even saying the usual that you deserve it but if you look where he was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he was doing the propaganda stuff. Vince didn't know what to do with him. I think he came very close to being let go or even walking away. he had that match with Johnny Knoxville,
which is fantastic.
Great match. Got Johnny over. Worked really, really well. And we know we praised him for taking that match on, because a lot of wrestlers at his level would have said, "Nah, get a jobber to do that." Then he worked the whole Bloodline stuff. For me, that gave Bloodline another year, a new breath of fresh air.
Agreed.
And then he worked the whole stuff after leaving it with Roman and Kevin and the Usos, carrying that on, carrying that storyline again, giving it another bit of fresh air, because Cody was doing his bit as well with them and whatnot. But I think that there was Triple H's sort of thank you for sticking with me to Sammy, because it's been a bit, but he has had a bit of a shit doing since he came off from NXT. And
has it?
Like I say, mate, it's a whole good couple of years where he was doing that propaganda and conspiracy.
Yeah, I mean,
theory.
from 2020 onwards, yes, I agree. But before that,
there's even the stuff, mate,
with Daniel Bryan.
The stuff with like
Shane.
Like the company not supporting him with his stuff against
Saudi. Yeah, but I mean that's Vince shit in it. That's Vince.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm saying. That's why I think Triple H doing that.
But in terms of in-ring stuff before 2020, he was on shows every week. He was at WrestleMania every year. And I get what you mean. I do get what you mean. I'm not trying to. What I'm saying is, for me personally, I'd rather see Ilya take it or Gable rather than Sammy. I think Sammy should be with the world title. I feel like he should have been in that world title match. And I love Bronson Reed to bits, and I want him to be in the world title picture. But Sammy should have been in there. That should have been Sammy and Gunther in that with Jay and Drew instead of Ricochet and Bronson.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with the people that were in it.
I'd have Gable and Bronson and Ricochet for the Intercontinental title. Do that for a bit, and then if you really wanted to bring Bronson and Ricochet up, do it. But that's what I personally do myself. I'm not upset Sammy's won, don't get me wrong. I like Sammy. I just think it's the wrong person to do it. My point of view, though. Don't all hate me.
Absolutely. No, that's it. That's it. This is why we work, because we don't always sit and agree on everything everybody else agrees on.
Gets the first match on the fucking night too. We both went Gunther, so we both lost that point. Yeah. And then it was the Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. If Rock and Roman won, it'd be Bloodline rules for night 2. But if Rhodes or Rollins won, then it'd just be 1-on-1 and everyone would be bad from ringside. We all knew who was going to win, but the match itself I thought was very good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny Rock told the referee to stop counting, otherwise he'd fire him.
But I like that. I liked that he used that final boss character to change the rules of that match.
Yeah, me too. I absolutely enjoyed it. By the way, it's in the Pepsi. It's Prime.
I feel... Whoa. We don't have a sponsorship. Don't advertise.
We will have a sponsorship though, Logan. If you really wanted to, Logan and KSI, we will. Anyway, carry on.
I feel if it was just a straightforward tag match and the count outs and DQs, and that, it wouldn't have done the match justice.
Yeah, agreed.
And it worked on the final boss character. It gave them all a bit more free roam, doing a little bit more, going a little bit extra, a little bit further. Really enjoyed the match. Match. It weren't Sammy and Gunn for me was still the best match of night 1. At the end of night 1. I did rate this a 5 as well. I give it a solid 5. It did its job to build up for night 2. And that's all that was. But it did it instead of just doing a straightforward tag match and Rock and Roman Solo getting involved. No, they gave it that extra added edge of Rock doing what Rock's been doing, dropping F-bombs, making at one point the ref apologized to Cody because he couldn't stop Rock.
Because he couldn't do anything. Yeah.
And I like that the ref, instead of the ref just going okay and just not acknowledging it, actually apologising to it was a good little touch. Probably calling the cuff by the ref himself. Well done to him. Giving Mama Rhodes a bit of grief as well. Seth taking the spear, pushing Cody out of the way for the spear.
Yeah.
Like he said, let me be your shield. And at this point, that's what he was doing. Seth took a beating this weekend.
He fucking did.
And as much as this weekend belongs to Cody finishing his story and stuff like that, the weekend belongs to Seth just as much. Seth just proved this weekend that he is the heart and soul of WWE.
Yeah.
If you look at some of the stuff after night 2, he looked like he could barely stand in the ring. When they were walking backstage, Kev was right behind him because he was worried about him. I don't think we're going to see Seth for a few weeks.
So the news that I had this morning was he's taking throughout the event. Ringside News got clarification from a senior member of the WWE creative team who confirmed that Rollins limping was part of the storyline and that Rollins had been performing while nursing injuries for some time. Rollins is slated to take hiatus from WWE with expectations suggesting an absence of around a month or two. It remains to be seen what awaits Rollins when he returns. He's taking a month or two off.
It's going to do no harm. Take him off TV. Let's make it all about Cody as they're doing. Bring him back. After the draft, bring him back. And for me, I'm pleading with them now. And obviously, it probably won't do. But let's drop the garish Seth. Give us back the burn it down Seth. The more determined, the more when he returned back from his original that injury that took him out of Mania a few years back, and he came back and and just reminded people what they were missing.
Yeah,
that's what we need from Seth now. He was so good. I don't know how the draft's going to play out. Where'd you put him? I can't wait to see him and Cody go at it properly for a title again. The future's bright for them. But yeah, Seth, he did a job, mate, at weekend, and he needs applauded just as much as Cody does. But no, it was a good match overall. And the night 1, very well. I'd say night 1's crowd was a bit flat, but the match has picked it up, and he understands why the crowd was cold. Boo.
Boo. No, I agree. The match itself was great. It told the great story for can Cody actually beat Roman? Will he finish the story? Seth, is he going to retain the title on night 1? What happens with the final boss and that stupid championship he was holding over his finger? I know it's that Muhammad Ali gave it him, or his wife gave it him and stuff, but my God, man, like it looks like a toy belt. Just drop it. It's not important. It's not.
But if it was a gift from Muhammad Ali, why does it have the Brahma bull on it?
Because it's a gift from Muhammad Ali and what's the name? Was it Lorne? Because of the People's Champ that The Rock is now, so that's why it's got the Brahma bull on it. But it's just stupid. I hate it. It's awful. No doubt WWE will release it as a replica title,
and it'll probably
some idiot will buy it. And I know this weekend's about about Cody and Seth and you know the story, but no, I'll do that at the end. Don't mind. Yes, and that was night 1. We both went for Bloodline, so we both got that right. Night 1 was good. Bar the Jey Uso Jimmy match, I didn't have an issue at all. The crowd was crap.
I know I didn't really enjoy the women's tag match. I know I've said that, but overall it was a good night. They kept surprises to a very minimum, which was good as well, because that to me then made me think, well, night 2 is going to be packed full of them, and we were absolutely spot on. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed night 1. Night 1 was good.
Yeah,
and I liked as well, and I did it on both nights. For us here in the UK, because it started at midnight, it didn't run till like 5 or 6 in the morning. I didn't struggle
No, I
too much
didn't.
with my sleep this weekend.
I fucking did.
Night one was what I think I went to bed about 4:30 night one, and then about 4 night two. That was perfect. The amount of matches and stuff that happened, it was perfect.
To be fair, it's probably my own fault because I did watch the press conference afterwards.
I watched them both yesterday.
So that's my own fault.
But yeah, I was going to stay. I was going to do the press conference as well, but I'm not like previous years. I would have been knackered today, like you are, just from watching the 2 nights. I'm all right. I'm fine. Me. Ask me on Friday, like when I've been at work out for 3 days.
Yeah,
Might be
I'm back at
different
work
there.
on Thursday, so that should be fun.
But no, night one's good. Night one's good. I haven't given the nights a score yet. I'm going to reevaluate everything. I've tweaked a couple of scores.
Do that in a separate video.
Yeah, there is another
Yeah.
video. Well, depending on how it runs out, there's either another video already out or there will be another video coming after this one. So yeah, go check that out. You will see the rest of the whole night score breakdown each night.
Right. Yeah, yeah. That's fair enough.